Today we will have 3 speakers. Malati and Mandy will be completing their level 1 today, and Bia will be giving her first level 4 project. Next, let me go through the history of Toastmaster. Toastmaster is founded by Dr. Ramsey Nestle in the YMCA San Antana, California. There are around 313,858 members worldwide, around 7,780 clubs in 152 countries. KBTC is in area C5 under division C. An area is made up of 4 to 5 clubs. 4 to 5 area form a division, and from a few division form a district. We are from district 102, Malaysia. Toastmaster Club mission is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, in which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. There are 11 specialized pathways. And next, the history of our club, KBTC. Stands for Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club. It is chartered on the 2nd of November 2005. KBTC is established in the year 2005. It is our 16th anniversary this year, the first bilingual Toastmaster club in the whole Klang Valley. Our vision of the club is we learn, we speak, and we lead. We normally conduct the meeting in English, and Mandarin comes into the picture during table topic sessions, speech assignment session, and evaluation. Member can have a choice of either doing Mandarin or English path. The best part about joining KBTC is that members and guests get to expose to both languages, therefore speeding up your learning in these 2 languages. Now, this will be our agenda of the day. First session will be impromptu speech session. Second session will be prepared speech session. Third will be evaluation session. Now I would like to introduce the role player of this evening. Okay. May I have our accountant to explain about your role? Accountant Natalie.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the evening, MJ. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. The purpose of the counter is to note unnecessary words and sounds that are used as a crutch or a pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen and count for words or phrases that may be used inappropriately or unnecessarily, such as and, well, but, so, and you know. Sounds may include and At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these unnecessary words and sounds. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmasters of the evening.
Thank you, Natalie. Next, may I have our English teacher, Grammarian, Toastmaster Esther, to explain about your role?
Thank you, Toastmasters of the evening. As a grammarian, I am responsible to pay close attention to all of the speakers today, listening carefully to the language usage. I'll take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. Today, I will also introduce the word of the day. So today's meeting, the word of the day is lovely, which means pleasant or enjoyable. An example for you to use this word is, we had a lovely time with them. All of you are encouraged to use word of the day whenever you're speaking, and I will give you the grammarian's report by the end of this meeting when called upon. And back to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Esther. Next, can I have our timekeeper, Toastmaster Shashmil, to share about your role?
Thank you, MJ. Hi, everyone. I'm Shazmi, and I will be the timer for this meeting. A timer role is to monitor and keep track of the time throughout the meeting. Every session of the meeting is timed. When you reach the minimum time of the session, I will show the green light. And if you reach average time, I will show yellow light. And once you reach the maximum, I will show the red light. Hence, fellow Toastmasters and guests, you are urged to deliver your speech within the stipulated time frame. I shall give my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Shasnil. Next, I would like to invite our GE of the evening, Kim Cho, to share about her role. But before I really pass it to her, I would like to introduce her. She is actually from Club Pidato Kuala Lumpur, and she is the past president for 2 terms. Currently, she's serving as the VPE of the club. Now, let us welcome Kim Cho, our GE of this evening, to explain about it.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster MJ. Thanks very much for having me at this lovely meeting, lovely candlelight meeting. And I'm still looking for a lovely candlelight virtual background. Ladies and gentlemen, serving as the general evaluator, my task is to work hand in hand with my team of evaluators comprising the speech evaluators and the technical evaluators. And our joint mission is to provide feedback and recommendations to all the speakers and presenters so that they can raise their standards of excellence in public speaking. So see you during evaluation. And it's my pleasure to hand you back to Mr. Toastmaster MJ.
Thank you, General Evaluator Kim. Okay, now let's move on to our first session, which is the most exciting session, which is the table topic session, where members get to improve their impromptu speaking. Now, may I pass to our table topic master, our Mr. Big Potato, President Juan. The floor is yours.
Thank you, MJ. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first part of the meeting, the table topic. So Valentine's just passed, and today's table topic is about Valentine's, about candlelight. It's about relationship, okay? So if you are a guest, you are new, let me introduce to you what is table topic about. Table topic is about, I will give you a topic and you will need to speak 1 to 2 minutes impromptu. So let's say I give you a topic, I'm a dog. So you need to talk about I'm a dog for 1 or 2 minutes. So today's topic is related to Valentine's and anybody can participate. You just need to raise up your hand or say me. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready, may I have the first volunteer? Table topic contest is coming. Best time to practice. Come on.
Can I have a try?
Yes, wonderful, MJ. MJ, you want easy one or little bit challenging one? Just little bit.
You choose for me lah. Anything?
Okay, MJ, you give me the honor to choose. I give you a little bit challenging one.
Okay, anyway.
So MJ, your topic is, you have made your wife angry. What will you say? MJ, you have made your wife angry. What will you say? MJ, over to you.
When you made your wife angry, what will you say? Or maybe when I made my wife angry, what will I say? First of all, this is a future question because I have not married, but I can relate to this question because sometimes I do make my girlfriend angry, and I believe that there is nothing much else to say except you are sorry. even though it's not your fault, you should apologize first to calm your partner down before she or he do something crazy, okay? It's not exaggeration, it's true. Because when people are angry, they might do something crazy that make them regret. Secondly, after apologizing, I think the most important thing is action, because action speaks louder than words. What makes her angry? So you need to think what makes her angry and made it up to her, and make sure that you don't do the same thing again. How do I comfort my girlfriend after I apologize to her? Normally, I will bring her out for a meal, bring her out
Oh, bring her out for a video and then run away. Oh, I just put that up, so he's gone. So let's wait for another 30 seconds to see if he's back. By the way, I was enjoying his speech. And
Has he been locked out?
yeah, he was disconnected.
Oh, all right. We shall wait. I think he's excited. He's talking about his girlfriend.
Anyway, while we are waiting, anyone can share what's your success story, your best practice in this? Oh, he's back.
Hi guys, sorry, I'm back. My laptop have failed me. It's not that I purposely switched off my cam, so I don't need to continue my table topic. Okay, so may I continue now?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
One, I try to make it short and finish up. Okay, so after I bring her out for a nice meal and bring her out for shopping, last but not least is to finish it up with dessert, because dessert makes people happy. I believe Jen right here know the best. Okay, then make sure that you don't make the same mistake again. Then we should have a happy relationship with your girlfriend or either your partner of your life. Back to you, table topic master Jen.
Thank you so much. Now I've learned a little bit tips from you about how and what should I do when my spouse is angry. If for audience, if you have any best practice, please type into the chat. Let us learn more. Okay. Anyway, can we have the second volunteer about the topics? That is the challenging one. Yeah, some of them are easier one. So don't worry, not all questions are like them, okay? Anyone? Before I volunteer you. Three, two, one. Okay, I am volunteering our accountant, Natalie. Are you ready, Natalie?
I knew it.
Natalie, do you want easier one or the little bit challenging one?
You choose.
I choose really? Okay. So Natalie, I choose another challenging one for you.
Okay.
So your topic is, you have 1 minute to convince your crush to have dinner with you. You have 1 minute to convince your crush to have dinner with you. What will you say, Natalie? Natalie, you have 1 minute to convince your crush to have dinner with you. What will you say? Over to you.
What would I say to convince my crush to go for dinner with me? I've never tried that before. Maybe I can say something like, if the guy doesn't like me, I will say that, would you want to come dinner with me? I will pay for your meal. You don't have to pay the meal. I will pay it for you. Then the guy will be convinced. Because normally, just a few days ago, I went out to a restaurant with my friends. And I see a few couples sitting on the table there, left and right. And then mostly after they finish their dinner, the person that pays for the dinner is the guy. So if you want to go out with a guy, normally a guy will think that, oh, I need to pay for dinner. So if I want to convince someone to go out for dinner with me, especially my crush, I will say, I will pay for dinner. Maybe he will be convinced. That's how I'm going to convince him for dinner. And the other thing is maybe I will say like, I will pick you up from your house. You don't have to come and pick me up. I will drive. Normally, if I want to go out with a guy, normally it's a guy that drives. So some guys don't like to drive. Then I will say, it's okay, I can drive. I have a driving license. I can drive you. He will be convinced that he will want to go out dinner with me. And that's how I'm going to convince my crush. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening. Toastmasters.
Oh, you did so well, Natalie. I am convinced. Okay. I hope the guy will be convinced as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have the third volunteer. I will try the tactic as the any third volunteer.
Can I try the third one?
Yes,
Since the top questions already been taken, I would like to have an easier topic.
Okay, sure. Wei Ying, your topic is love blind? Is love blind, Wei Ying? Wei Ying, is love blind? Over to you.
On my time first. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. Is love blind? I believe everyone has different stand on this topic, but in my opinion, I think the answer is yes. Why do I say so? I have a few points to support that. The reason why I feel that love is blind is because we don't really love someone just simply because of their other physical criteria. For example, their financial status, their lovely faces, or even their handsome faces, or even some other personal advantage. We love someone because we think that this one is that guy is the person that I'm really comfortable with. Other than that, we won't really, sorry, let me rephrase myself. In my opinion, we won't hate someone because he doesn't have the criteria that I've mentioned just now. Like, let's say we just fall in love randomly because of a simple act. It could be something like he just care about you, he give you a lovely present, like maybe a lollipops or even a dessert for girls, or some other things else. This is my first point. We can fall in love simply by some simple act that can warm our hearts. Second point, I feel that love is blind because when we are in love, regardless the changes of that person's status, we will still remain in love. Like for example, if let's say my boyfriend just lost his job recently because of COVID, but I have never decided to leave it alone, but I stay with him because of love. Somebody would say, I'm blind, why do I stay with him because of that? But I feel that love is something that couldn't be described by some physical or some measurable status as measurable factors. So to me, love is blind, but let me think some good conclusions. And I really think that it's a good act of not abandoning your boyfriend because of that. Thank you, and back to your table topic, Master.
Thank you so much. I have the same point of view with you because I also think love really is blind. Sometimes we just like the person because that person is that person, right? And maybe I have the fourth volunteer, we still have time. We can go lots more. For volunteer, I think everyone can do, so it will be your turn.
Can I try?
Yes, Esther. Esther, challenge or easy?
Maybe the challenging one. I
Okay.
regret this, but okay, it's fine.
There's no regret. You will do fine. So Esther, your topic is good look or good personality. Good look or good personality, Esther? Esther, good look or good personality? Over to you.
Good looks or good personality? That is a good question. Personally, I think it is important to have good personality because no matter what, no matter how much time passes by, looks are gonna change. You're not gonna look pretty or handsome in a conventional sense forever. But good personality is timeless. And honestly speaking, I can tell from experience, from my own personal experience, that I did have crushes on people that had very conventionally good looks, very tall, very handsome face that looked like those models that you see in a catalog. And then I got to know them even better. And it's sad to say that we didn't really sync. And I noticed that he didn't have a good personality in terms of mannerisms. I noticed that he was quite rude to certain people, and instantly, as I crushed on them very easily, and I stopped having a crush on them very fast as well. And then when I look back at my current boyfriend, who I did have a crush on, I actually liked his personality more than his looks once upon a time. I didn't think that he was cute at first, but eventually his looks actually grew on me because I noticed, yeah, he's got a good personality. And based on my personal experience, that is why I think that good personality is more important than looks. Back to you, Topics Master Juan.
Wow. From your speech, I can really tell you are so passionate in your boyfriend. So, and no, okay, and passionate in the good personality. So we have one last speaker. Come on, it's gonna be easy, I promise.
Hi, I can go first. I can go.
Okay, Anna. Anna, I still give you a choice. You want easy one or a little bit challenge one?
Easy one is good.
Okay, so Anna, your topic will be, what would your fairy tale wedding be? Okay, or what would be your fairy tale wedding? So what would be your fairy tale wedding, Anna? Anna, what would be your fairy tale wedding? Over to you, Anna.
This is a very interesting question because I was just having a debate with my boyfriend that this question appeared in an SPM questionnaire, and I thought that was a very stupid question because I don't think having a wedding is supposed to be the main thing that you should be thinking about in your future personally. But if I do have a fairy tale wedding or even a wedding to begin with, right, I think I would say that it is something that will be very grandiose. It will be something that would have lots of decoration, the typical, those celebrities, they have all those sponsored items, my gown will be sponsored, the clothes will be sponsored, I'm wearing a Cartier ring, or, and all those very expensive stuff. And then I will tell my guests, you don't have to pay for ang pao because everything is sponsored and it's well taken care of. And it'll be like a dream wedding because everyone will be willing to show up and dress nice because they don't have to fork out any money. But of course, again, this is a fairy tale wedding. So the likelihood of this ever happening is very slim chance. And so that will be what I would choose for an ideal wedding. But if I do have a more realistic wedding, it would definitely not be anything like that. I think I'm a very simple person in the sense that I like something that saves money. So if I can do without a wedding, I can just go and do a registry of marriage and just go to JPN and register. That would be way perfect for me. And I think again for that question for a dream wedding, I think like we should think beyond why do we need a wedding. It's a lot of expenses, a lot of money. Unless it's sponsored, then you can go ahead. But otherwise, I think you can save your money for better things in life. Back to you.
Wow, thank you so much, Anna. After listening to your speech, from tomorrow onwards, I will go look for sponsor to my wedding already. Okay, with that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 speakers already. Sadly, we don't have much more time. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to let you vote for your favorite table topic speaker. The poll will be launching in 3, 2, 1. And with that, I will hand over the control over to our Toastmaster of the evening again, MJ, for you to take over the next session. Over to you, Tian.
Thank you, President ATM Yuan. We are surprisingly early, or should I say on time today. I wish that you have prepared more questions. Or do you have prepared more questions, but you did not let them to try, but it's okay. Now, thank you for your wonderful session. Can I now invite our TTE, Table Topic Evaluator, Precious Berdolaga from Metron Manila Toastmaster Club to evaluate on our table topic speaker just now.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster MJ. This is a quote from Paulo Coelho. He said, "Be brave, take risks. Nothing can substitute experience." Tonight, I would like to commend everyone who joined the table topics portion, every lovely person who joined our table topics portion, because your experience right now cannot be substituted with anything in terms of improving in your public speaking skills, especially on the impromptu speech portion. Now, as your table topics evaluator, I'm here to evaluate all of the impromptu speakers tonight and our table topics master tonight. First, let's start with our first speaker, our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster MJ. I like your answer. If I am the one angry at you, I would love a dessert after. Thank you for sharing your story. I like when you said action speaks louder than words. You were able to shed a different light to that quote. You were able to relate the question to yourself, because you said you still don't have a wife, but you changed it to a girlfriend. And your answer 100% approved for me. And what can be improved in your speech? You could start. I was waiting for you to start a conversation with your wife, like, "Sorry, you got angry at me." For like that. "Sorry, you got angry at me, but don't you want to eat some dessert right now?" So that kind of part of your speech. But overall, you did a great job, Toastmaster MJ. To our next speaker, Toastmaster Natalie. I love it. I approve it too. If I were the one who will be convincing my crush, I would say those two things. You were able to start a conversation. You were able to express your answer like you were really talking to your crush. You were able to give examples. Like you said, "Don't you want to eat dinner with me? I'll pay for everything." That was so good. You shared a story, your experience with your friends, and you answered the question straight to the point. you did so well. All of the recommendations, I will be saying it at the end. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Natalie, for that answer. Next to our next table topic speaker, Toastmaster Wei Ying. I admire your bravery. You answered a question straight to the point. And I was surprised because not just straight to the point, you had supporting sub points. And you were able to support your answer that yes, love is sometimes blind. So being able to answer that with sub points is impressive. What can you improve on onto your speech? You could refrain from saying sorry when you are collecting your thoughts, because we don't really know if you're struggling or what. Just say what you want to say. Just say what you want to say, express it. Don't say sorry, because we are the one who should be thanking you for expressing your answer tonight. And to add some, you can add your own personal story. What did you experience regarding to that love being blind? Overall, you did a great job, Toastmaster Wei Ying. To our fourth table topic speaker, Toastmaster Esther. Yes, I agree with you. Good personality all the way over good looks. You were straight to the point, you answered it, good personality, and you shared your own experience. It's a really cute story, from having crushes on people with terrible personalities to having a boyfriend with a good personality and having that person who you really deserves. You did a great job, Toastmaster Esther. And for our last table topic speaker, Toastmaster Anna, your fairy tale wedding. I like that you really answered it the way that you wanted to be answered. You said, I don't really have a fairy tale wedding. I don't want all those grandiose things, but you still answered the question. You said, everything will be free if we have sponsors and all. So you were able to answer the story and answer the question. But not just that, you added your own dream wedding, not just the fairy tale wedding, but your own dream wedding. Just thinking, I just want it to be simple. This is my wedding. This is how my wedding, I want my wedding to be. And that's what made your speech different. One thing to improve is you could look at the camera and to be more steady, look at the camera so that we can really feel that you are talking to us. Overall, I would like to have to give recommendations for everyone who participated in our table topics portion. First is emotions. You could add so much more emotions in your speech. For example, when Toastmaster Natalie is convincing his crush, it could be delivered more. Please, you could just eat with me, eat dinner with me, and I will pay for it. You could add more emotions to it. For example, when your wife is getting angry at you, you could just really show your emotions. Please don't get angry at me. I will treat you to dessert and all. So those emotions will really allow you to connect to your audience. They will really feel the emotions that you want to convey. So emotions, emotions, emotions. You will be surprised how far your delivery with emotions could go. Second and last is your call to action. I know table topics portion is more of like sharing your experiences, but having your call to action, it's like asking what is your answer? Second, why is that? Like, what's the sense of your answer? And last is what now? What will the audience get from your speech? What will the audience benefit from your speech? So if you have a call to action, for example, your wife is angry at you. So you said, these are all the things that I will do. And at the end, you will say, so fellow Toastmasters and guests, when your wife gets angry at you, just treat them to dessert. So just saying all those call to action, all those, like the urge of making your audience do something, that is important, because your listeners will say, oh, I am included in his speech, and there's something that I have to do after this speech, and I learned something from this speech. So overall, I would like to leave you with this quote that one of our distinguished Toastmasters said: the goal in table topics portion is not perfection, but by sharing your stories and thoughts, on the topic. That is all. Thank you so much for having me. Back to you, our table topics. Back to you, our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster MJ.
Thank you, table topic evaluator. It was an insightful sharing of yours, and I do benefit from it, and I will definitely improve it in my next table topic session. Now, we may have a group photo. I would like to invite everyone to come on their cam before we go to the introduction. Okay. Okay, Biyang have to take
All
a
right. Yeah, I will help everyone to take photo. All right, is everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, so we will have another photo, freestyle photo. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you, everyone.
Okay, now let's have a 10-minute intermission. We shall be back at 8:27. See you guys in 10 minutes. Okay, I can see there's still a lot of people still here opening their cam, sitting in front of their laptop. Have you all have your dinner yet?
Yes.
Yes lah. Okay, okay.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Because I actually haven't had mine lah. Just come back from office, take a quick bath, then it's my show time already. No time to have dinner. What about the rest? Who is still here? Are you guys doing great? Housework? Still work from home or back to office already? Because the cases is getting high again, over 20 over K for 2 days already.
I really
Oh, what are you working as? Actually,
in dental clinic.
dental clinic. Where's your dental clinic?
Actually working for my boss is in Balakong Cheras.
Oh, okay, I see, I see.
Yeah, I
Alright.
really wish that we can work from home.
How to work from home than this?
Not possible lah.
Possible lah, yeah.
So wish is just a wish.
Unless you are doing office work lah, then you might be able to work from home. I also
Unless I quit the work.
quit the work then. what do you want to work as your
No lah, maybe I'm still very passionate with my career right now. Just joking. I'm not passionate about holidays.
Same. Especially after the Chinese New Year break, I wish that I have more break time. I don't want to go back to work.
I know, right?
Yeah, my 9 days holidays feels like 2 days, then gone already. Yeah, I took leave. I took some day off lah, just once a year, but feels like time flies so fast.
Yes, I understand how you feel. I took like 5 or 6 days, but it's definitely not enough.
Because actually I just take 3 days leave lah, because I include the weekend of before Chinese New Year and the whole week of Chinese New Year, so total of 9 lah. Miss the good old days when I'm still studying. Yeah, Natalie is definitely enjoying her life right now. So long
those
time no
days for
see.
granted.
Sorry?
I took those days for granted.
Oh, you took those days for granted. Yeah, me too. I already start missing it.
Really, I prefer working life than be a student.
Okay.
Because you can freely take any leave you want to.
Yeah, but then the leave is so limited.
No, actually, the main reason is because if I'm working, I have income. I can buy anything I want. If I'm a student, I have no money.
In that case, I wish I was a very wealthy student that
Yeah.
I managed to work,
So
but I still
lucky.
born in a rich family.
Yeah. You can be a part-time student, MJ, part-time student and full-time working. That will make you rich. Or we can have a debate on working life is better or study life is better. Then we have students here to debate.
Can also.
Working life.
Many students here though. I think only
Student
one. Or
I
yeah,
wish I-
unless like collab with a random uni. And then for sure, like we're gonna like suffer.
I wish I could have student life but working income.
scenario.
Another thing is I found being a student, the exam is much more stressful than my work.
Really, I really miss students' life, as far as I feel. Even though student life, you have to like focus on exam and then trying to like submit your thesis before the final year. But I feel everything is more stressful in working life.
Yeah, true.
No, maybe for Natalie, it's very easy for her. Let's Natalie, you want to share something?
Yeah, I think
I think exam life is great now because everything is online and it's open book.
yeah,
What about
that-
the time limit? Do they give time limit?
Oh yeah, 1 day, 24 hours.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Some places have it like 2 hours only. And then like the whole page, it like shut down or something.
Yeah, I think depending on which uni you're in.
True.
I also used to have online exam because I think back at 2020 I was having my last year or last semester, last year final year. Then because there's MCO, then we have to do the final exam online . So basically what we do is we created a group chat, or is it online meeting with my friends just good friends don't care about other students other classmates that you are not familiar with. Then we just straight away discuss that, although it's not right to do so, but that's what we did because we are not the smart student in class that can ace on our own like average student like us, we need to work together in order to score better grade.
Yeah, got such thing.
Last
That's
time
what we did
for simple quizzes, we have online quiz. So that time we were staying with our classmate. So we were like 3 laptops all together. Then like, wait, this answer A, okay, next. I think this is C. No, I think it's B. Then we quickly search for answer, then we submit together. So I really miss those times where we can cheat at the same time and got the answer, everyone succeed. But now no more. Go for a while first. See you all later.
Okay, see you in 3 minutes.
What about Precious? Precious, you're from which club?
I am from Metro Manila Toastmasters Club from the Philippines.
From Philippines. Interesting.
Yeah.
You are currently in Malaysia or in Philippines?
I'm in the Philippines, but I used to live in Malaysia when I was a kid in Petaling Jaya.
Oh.
But I think President Juan doesn't know about that. He just met me in one of the club meetings of Itaewon Toastmasters Club. He was my evaluator there.
Oh,
Korea. Wow, that's amazing. You guys like 3 different countries.
Yeah, we club hop everywhere. Filipinos everywhere.
Globalization. Love that.
Yeah. Hi, Precious.
Hello po.
Magandang gabi.
He's a Filipino.
Yeah, I'm the only I'm not sure I'm the only foreign in our club right now. Am I? Press Oichi, is it?
Yes, yes, you are our precious
Oh.
Richard.
So I'm the one left foreigner in our club. So I'm the only Filipino also. Hi, nice meeting you po.
Hi. So you are really a member of this
Yes,
club.
of this club po.
That's so cool.
Hello.
Kita Filipino too. Hello.
So how's the situation now in Philippines?
Oh, in the Philippines. Well, in the Toastmasters club setting, in our club, we just finished the division level competition for the international speech and other but for the whole country right now, everyone's getting crazy because of the elections.
Oh,
Because of the elections, they're all angry at each other.
oh, that's
But
good.
yeah, pero in the Philippines po, from where are you?
I'm from Iloilo.
Iloilo.
Yeah, I'm staying in Panay, nearby Boracay.
Cool.
Yeah, if I'm pretty sure you know very well Boracay, right? So
Yes.
it's one of the best place on earth so far.
Oh, I haven't been there.
Oh, you should. That's why I'm always encouraging our club members who can afford to really visit Boracay because it's wonderful. Yeah, it's a very beautiful place.
Go with me. Include me. If you will go there from Klang Toastmasters Club, include me. Call me. Message me.
Sure, sure. Thank you for coming in our club. I mean, as a member of this club, we really appreciate for being with us tonight. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Hey, MJ. So, yeah, it's about it's 8:27. So, yeah. Shall we call it back or how?
Okay, thanks for the reminder. Okay, I can see Jen is now back at the meeting together with the guests. So we shall continue our meeting right now. Okay, first, we will now move into our second session, which is the prepare speech session. First, we will have Malati to give her third project, level 1 speech, research and presenting with the speech title SDG. Okay, is Malati here? Okay.
MJ, I'm the first speaker.
You're the first speaker.
My topic is SDG.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad. So sorry, okay, I messed up, my bad. Okay, so our first speaker is actually Mandy, not Malati, okay. I overlooked. Okay, so now let us invite Mandy to talk about her speech. The stage is yours.
Okay, I'll share my screen first. Okay, can you see? Okay, great.
Yes, can see.
Hold on, I want to pin the timer. Where's the timer? Okay, so the timer is Shasmir. Okay. Okay, good evening, fellow Toastmaster. Today, I will be presenting on a research that I did, which is on SDG. Firstly, what is SDG? SDG is an acronym of Sustainable Development Goal. Okay, as you can see here, this is like a framework where you have 1 to 17 goals. And this is developed by the United Nations under the Department of Economic and Social Affairs. So on this slide here, all this blue hyperlink, you can directly click on it and you will go to the source of the information or the reference. So firstly, to know what SDG is about, you have to understand the definition. So let's look into the definition of the English definition of sustainability. So what is sustainable? Sustainable is an ability to maintain and sustain in a period of time. So whatever you do in your daily life or in your finance, are you able to sustain it in a period of time? So if you are able to sustain your finance in a period of time, that means financially you are sustainable. Okay. So, but what is sustainable development then? So if I were to take this reference from the Brundtland Commission report, it says meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their needs. So to do this, to have a sustainable development, there's a concept where you need to have a balance of equity, economy, and also the environment. And some of them, when I did my research, they say that this refers to the 3 Ps: people, planet, and profit. Okay. So all these things has to be in balance to ensure that you have a good sustainable development. So what SDG is about? SDG is about having sustainable development through these 17 goals developed by United Nations. So what is sustainability? Doing my research, there is 17 points here on SDG. We have 1, 2, 3, up to 17. And you look at it, they have this time frame where we want to meet. It's a target, and they call this whole framework, they call this Agenda 2030. So you have 17 goals, and within these goals, you have respective targets. And in total, 169 targets. If you look at this chart, these 17 goals, I have actually included all these small pieces here, you see. So the first one, no poverty. So this is regarding people. The second one, zero hunger. This is regarding people also. Third, good health and well-being, people. Fourth, quality education, people. Fifth, gender equality. This is also regarding people. Sixth, clean water and sanitation. So this is also regarding people. 7 is on affordable and clean energy. So profit and also people. 8, decent work and economic growth. This is on profit. 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure on profit. Number 10 is reduce inequality. This is on profit as well. You'll be wondering what's the difference between gender equality and also reduce. Number 10, 5 and 10 is actually quite similar. Now the 5th one is on male and female. Number 10 is on ethnicity, religion, nationality, depending on, comparing between different countries. 11 is on sustainable cities and communities. So this is on people and also the planet. 12 is on responsible consumption and production. This encompasses everything, the 3 Ps. 13 is on climate action. 14 is on life below water. 15 is on life on land. 16, peace, justice, and strong institution. 17, partnership for the goals. I'm not going to play a video here. I'm not going to play. I will share this slide and you can have a look on your own. So now I'm going to link Malaysia and SDG. So after doing some of my research, apparently I came to know our Prime Minister Department under this unit called the Economic Planning Unit is the focal point to ensure sustainable SDG is implemented in Malaysia. Okay, so here we have our chairperson, which is the Prime Minister. And then you have this chairman, which is, the secretary will be controlled by the DG, Director of EPU. Right now, I do not know who's the director of the EPU. I have not done my in-depth research yet, but I will let you all know if you're interested. Section, then here under all these, under the Prime Minister and also the steering committee, you have under the Prime Minister and the DG, you have these pillars. Okay, so under the pillars, they have their own goals that they put in place, which pillars are responsible for which goal. And they call this section, so section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each, if you look at the bottom, they are not only working within themselves, but they also have to collaborate and also work with the agencies, the private sector, NGO, and also CSO. This must be the corporate sector and academician. Now, when I did my research, I'm not aware of this steering committee, and I do not really see how they put this framework inside. So when I did more reading, I noticed that actually they have already incorporated the SDG framework into our Malaysia plan. So I saw this one, the latest one was the 11 Malaysia plan, where they put in the SDG goals inside. Okay, and currently, I don't think so. Do you know which Malaysia plan we are right now? Do you know which Malaysia plan we are right now?
12.
No? And anyone want to guess which Malaysia plan we are right now? No.
12.
Yes, Melati, you are right. You're actually at the 12 Malaysia plan, and I couldn't find 12 Malaysia plan, which, you know, something similar to 11 Malaysia plan where they incorporate the SDG goals inside. So far in the EPU, I only found what's written in the 11 Malaysia plan, and also they call this the midterm review. So it's supposed to be done on 2018 to 2020, which was last 2 years, but then the pandemic strike. So I do not know what happened to the 12 Malaysia plan, whether they have incorporated the SDG inside. So now in the 11 Malaysia plan, they also talk about the voluntary national review, where it's like a report card to see where we stand. If you look at this has 1 to 17 SDG goals. The green one means I agree that there is some improvement. This is what they have claimed. No, Malaysia has claimed that we did this and that. So what I've highlighted red is quite doubtful. It's doubtful whether we have achieved that or not. So let's go through this one at a time together. SDG 1 and 2 is on absolute poverty reduce. So I would say yes. Generally, yeah, we have poverty reduction. SDG 3, child and maternal mortality rate. Yes, we have improved in our healthcare. SDG 4 and 5, 90% enrollment rate for primary and secondary school. 33% for higher education. Yes, we have improved our education sector where there is more of our children are going to schools. SDG 6, which I'm doubtful, so I highlighted rate, 95% coverage for water and sanitation, because we know Malaysia, in the city itself, in Selangor, we always have water issues. SDG 7, 12, and 16 is on law, regulation, policies, and plan. So they say that no, they have proper law, regulation, policy, and plan, which I'm doubtful, so I've highlighted rate. SDG 8, they say that they improve work condition, anti-discrimination in various aspects of individual relation, which is I'm also doubtful because we have a lot of labor issues for the past few years. And SDG 10 is on income inequalities. So they have this one called the Gini coefficient where they can calculate, which I'm also doubtful whether there is income inequalities. And this 13, 14, 15, 17, they say they have improved 50% forest cover, 11% terrestrial protection, which I'm also doubtful. So generally, the report covers all of the SDG points, goals, except for 9 and 11. So this just to share with you. In 2019, we have this Malaysia SDG Summit. So during that time, Tun Mahathir was our Prime Minister. So he actually hosted this summit. So now where do Malaysia stand then? So I did the research. You can go to this link. So Malaysia is actually on the 65th. We are 65 out of how many countries? I think 190 over countries have given consensus that they will commit to the SDG. So we are country number 65. Let's see if we have the Philippines. I do not know whether I've put the Philippines down here. Sorry, Richard, I forgot about you. So if you look at Malaysia, so we are lacking in this pink one and also this light green one. So let's have a look. What is this pink and light green one? So this pink and light green one, this is the pink one, which is goal number 10, reduce inequality, and also goal number 15, life on land. I'm going to show you how the SDG report card looks like in general. The Sweden one, you can see, green means they have done well, yellow moderation, and red they have to work a lot on it. Comparing with another one, which is Central Africa, generally all is red. So what can you do? You'll be thinking that SDG is an international framework. Maybe you don't have your purpose in this. There's no meaning for you to pay attention to this. But actually you do, because SDG talks a lot on planet, which we are definitely part of it, our income, and equality, and also people, planet, and also people, planet, and profit. Okay. So definitely you play a good part in this. You can also be part of SDG without being recognized nationally. So what can you do to be part of SDG? So I've listed this down that you can look into it. But the one that I really like is, you can eat less meat. Do not overbuy, do not waste food. These are quite pretty basics. Reduce, reuse, recycle. And on the profit side, you encourage more youth to work, where MJ can look into this. He can actually study and also work at the same time. Provide more jobs if you're an entrepreneur. Be an honest employer. Be an honest employee. Be an honest customer. So on people's side, don't be judgmental. Be open-minded. Embrace the differences. Everyone is different in our own ways, ethnicity, our gender. So embrace the differences, be helpful, be a friend, and love your neighbors. So this, before I end my speech, I would like to share with you this quote. It's by an American native. If you keep this with you, always not embed this philosophy in you before you buy anything, or you want to splurge, or you want to eat something. You want to eat more meat, or you want to spend your wealth on, always take this with you. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. So that's all. Back to you, MJ, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Mandy, for your insightful sharing. I actually did encounter this SDG when I was back in uni, but thank you for giving us a more detailed speech about SDG, and I believe that everyone here, after listening to what you say at the last quotation that you quote, we will be more mindful when we make decisions in the future. Okay, now let us I invite our second speaker, prepared speech speaker, Malati, to present her speech, level 1, project 3, research and presenting, same as Mandy, with the title, It is a Journey. Malati, the floor is yours.
Thank you, MJ. It's a journey. Good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters. On May 2018, my mom was diagnosed with lymphoma, and doctor recommended her to go through 6 rounds of chemotherapy followed by a radiotherapy session. By the way, lymphoma is a type of cancer that forms in your lymph nodes. So the moment when the doctor told us that my mom is diagnosed with cancer, our world literally shattered. We did not expect a person who had been looking after her health so well to be diagnosed with cancer. Well, we still decided to accept the fact and look at what's next. As the doctor concluded treatment, I was then asking myself, how do I make sure that my mom is taken care well enough during this whole treatment? How do I prepare her and also prepare ourselves to go through this? Because this is something new and it's not something that we have experienced before. And that's the time I also realized that there is not much sharing in detail that's available as to how you're supposed to look after a cancer patient. For an example, if you get chickenpox or even fever or even dengue, yeah, we know what to do. So that's the time I reach out to some doctors. I watch tons of YouTube videos that was done by cancer patients they themselves. And today I'm here to share with you how we overcome this as a family. Well, first, stop asking why and being in denial stage. It's very important that you accept the fact and move on quickly. Asking why it happened might not give you any answer at times. During my conversation with one of the oncologists, the doctor told me that 90% of the patients, they come for treatment at stage 3 or 4 because they have sort of wasted their earlier time because being in denial and looking for or even asking for second opinion. In cancer treatment, the sooner you come, better it is. Bear in mind that there is no doctors who will just simply recommend chemotherapy for no reason. Second, it's very important to know what's the treatment it's all about, what to expect during the treatment and after the treatment, especially the side effects. Well, what's chemotherapy? It's very new to me as well. It's simple as a drug that's being injected to your vein. Even much more layman term, it's like you just getting a drip when you're admitted. It's just that. Each session will take about between 2 to 3 hours time. And it's very common for the patient to throw out as soon as they are done with the first chemotherapy or even the first cycle. We have to treat this as normal. What also happened is subsequently, the cancer patients are losing their taste buds. That's something that we all need to take into consideration. What happens is, this is one of the main reasons where some of the cancer patients, they give up halfway because they lose their taste buds. They don't feel like eating. The body is not strong enough to go through subsequent treatment and eventually they give up. So bear in mind that there will be 21 days of gap between each cycle. The treatment is the one called as cycle. So the 21 days it's given for the body to gain enough nutrition and build itself to go through the next treatment. So no matter what, the cancer patient have to force themselves to eat. My mom also did her own reading, watched some YouTube videos. She was so well aware of the side effects and what to expect. And in a case, first treatment, she did throw up. As we got back home, she was just lying down, she was sleeping. That's a time that me and my brother, we didn't know what to expect. And we were just sitting next to her to see how she is responding. So as soon as she was awake, I asked her first thing because I knowing that it's very important to eat. So I asked her, so what you feel like eating? Guess what she said? She said, okay, I feel like eating the Pot Klang Uncle Char Kway Teow. Right? I was like, okay, my mom is on track. What was also new to me I learned that her craving, though she has no taste, her craving was different after each treatment. Yeah. Third, something commonly we know that cancer patients losing hair. So be prepared for that as well. I had my list prepared in terms of the type of wig to get, what's the price range like. But my mom didn't opt for one, so I got her a very nice beanie. Lastly, lead your life as normal. This is where you are telling the cancer patient that all is good. Though my mom could not taste anything, we allowed her to continue with the normal activity, as in she was the main person who was just doing the cooking throughout when she was going through the treatment. So in summary, I want to say that cancer, it's a big deal. We had our emotional roller coasters too. Like I said earlier, stop denying and move on quickly. Second, be aware of the treatment and what it does so that you do not get intimidated with the side effects. Third, gather all your strength and energy to be very determined to fight this till the end. Well, my mom is doing fantastic now. And why I call it as a journey is because the moment when the doctor broke this news, my life track literally changed. It was just dark. I use faith and hope as my torchlight to lead or even to take my each step. So sharing this today, hoping that both these torchlights, hope and faith, can be helpful to any one of you, whoever may come across a darker situation next time. Keep hope, that's very important. Thank you. Over to you, MJ.
Thank you, Malati, for your insightful sharing as well. So right now, I believe that everyone who has listened to your speech have a better idea of the importance of reacting at the right time, so that the cancer patient get to be treated and not to be naive and delay the treatment time, which will cause side effect. So okay. So now next, let's move on to the last speaker of the evening, which is Yang, which will be giving her first project speech of level 4, manage project successfully. First speech, project plan for Toastmaster club contest. Sorry, I break a laugh just now because I saw Ken texting me. Okay, Yang, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, MJ. A very good evening to fellow Toastmaster and guests. Today, I'm going to share to everyone a short overview of my plan in organizing our club contest, Klang Bilingual Toastmaster Club Contest, Humorous Speech and Evaluation Contest last year in September. The purpose to organize this contest is to provide an opportunity for members to gain speaking experience. At the same time, for guests to learn by observing proficient speakers, as well as to identify winners to represent our club in area contests. The resources that I use in organizing this contest include speech contest rulebook. The contest information is available in the Toastmaster International portal. My mentor Hui Chi and immediate past president advice and guidance. Besides, I also took other clubs' agenda, contest Toastmaster script, as well as past contest video for my reference. Total budget involved in this contest is 290 ringgit, and this goes to the Touch and Go e-wallet pay out to the role player as a token of appreciation, as well as trophy for winners. The entire project was taking 1 month. The result of this planning include participant and role player list, contest agenda and slide, contest poster, the Zoom background poster, as well as winner's trophy and certificate. In this contest, there are 13 team members, and these 13 team members are from a total of 8 different Toastmaster club. And the roles planned in this contest include Chief Judge, Zoom Master, Contest Toastmaster, Timer, Ballot Counter, Sergeant at Arms, and Multimedia Master. And each team member was dedicated with the task related to their roles. For example, Zoom Master, they was delegated with the task to familiarize themselves with the Zoom functions. Timer, they was delegated with the task to familiarize themselves with the time allocations for each contest. With everyone taking responsibility to familiarize themselves with their role, and this contest managed to happen successfully last year in September. And this is my short overview of my plan in organizing our club humorous speech and evaluation contest last year in September. That's all from me. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening, MJ.
Thank you, Bia, for your quick sharing of your project. Okay, now let's move on to our third session of this evening, which is the evaluation session. Now, can we have our GE of the evening, Kim, to take over the session?
Thank you. Thank you to the wonderful TME, Mr. Toastmaster, MJ. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to evaluation. 大家好，我很高兴可以跟大家一起。I'm from Club Pidato Kuala Lumpur, so I wish to say a few words in Malay, in Bahasa Melayu. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, salam sejahtera. Dan saya ucapkan setinggi-tinggi terima kasih kerana sudi menjemput saya ke perjumpaan ini. Ladies and gentlemen, evaluation is like a mirror. When we dress up, we can look at the mirror and, well, know what our assets and liabilities are. So in public speaking, we have to do the same. But who's the mirror? Our evaluator. So our evaluators will help us identify our assets and liabilities in public speaking. And when we know our assets, we work to enhance them. And when we identify our liabilities, we work hard to minimize, if not eliminate them. It's a pleasure for me to invite the speech evaluators first to present their reports. We have heard, listened, watched, and enjoyed 3 speeches. The first speech was given by Toastmaster Mandy, and it's my pleasure to invite her evaluator, Wei Ying, from MDA Toastmasters. Am I right? Yes, Toastmaster Wei Ying, the virtual floor is yours.
Sorry, I would like to interrupt. Can everyone vote for the best, not best, their favorite prepared speech speaker first?
All right, you are voting. Oh, okay. Thank you.
I think Wei Ying can continue.
All right.
Just a moment. Would they be voting for best evaluator? Yes, I must remember to do that. Thank you very much. Yes, over to you. Evaluator Wei Ying from MDA Toastmasters.
All right, thank you very much, GE, and good evening to Mandy and fellow Toastmaster. I'm Wei Ying. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate you, Mandy, for such a wonderful and informative speech. For people, I don't know about the others, but for me, who totally don't know about SDG, can actually understand what you are talking about and understand the whole concept. So congratulations to you, Mandy. So let me tell you what I really love about your speech in 3 points. So the first, I can see your effort trying to engage with the audience by asking questions. Like you ask, do you remember in which Malaysia plan we are in? And I can see some audience actually trying to answer, some nodding head, some saying no, and some even make them trying to Google search for the answer. This is a very good way to make your audience engage and trying to follow your speech. So good effort for that. Second, you have a very good speech structure. Like you start from your introductions, telling what SDG is by a brief explanation and definitions. So for people who totally don't know about this topic like me, can actually understand about this topic and follow your following contents, which is a good point. And so followed by you have a good body where you explain about each and single goal, the 17 goals, and also good initiative for you to incorporate the 3 Ps, the people, profit, and also the planets in each of your goals so that we can relate how the 3 P actually relate to your 17 goals. Good point for you. And also the last part of your speech structure, which is conclusion. You have a very good conclusion where you tell us, we call everyone to actions by asking us to relate how important SDG is to our futures and to our future generations. And you even also end your speech by a very wonderful and lovely quote. Like, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, but we borrow them from our children. A very good quote to make every single audience to actually to think and have a second thought about your topics. So now, let me tell you, you maybe can work on 2 aspects to make your next speech, to elevate your next speech to second level. So first thing is maybe your time management. If you notice, you're actually you're over time than the time given by the prepared speech session. So maybe next time you can focus more on by allocating your time to each 3 structure of your conclusion, 3 structure of your speech by the introductions, body, and conclusion, so that everyone can really follow better and make it brief and simple to follow. All right. So last point is on the non-verbal aspect of your speech. The first thing is eye contact. I noticed that you are trying to reading out your slide, and I understand it's very hard for us by looking at a Zoom meeting and laptop. Maybe you can put on a little notes next to your webcam so that every time you speak, you try to let the little notes actually remind you to look into the cameras. And last but not least, the gesture. You can try to incorporate some gesture to make your speech more interesting and to engage more audience. Like for example, we don't inherit the earth from our ancestors, but we borrow them from our children. Maybe you can start out by showing your hand gesture in a proper way. So in conclusion, I really loved your speech and keep up all your good points, and I hope to see you in a better form next time. Thank you, and back to you, GE.
Thank you. Thank you to Evaluator Wei Ying. I'm very impressed with your evaluation. It's delivered with sincerity, clarity, and enthusiasm. And I admire the feedback that you provided. And not only you mentioned your recommendations, you also demonstrated. So it is then clearly understood and captured by the speaker. Thank you very much for your very articulate style. Wonderful. Yes, for Toastmaster Mandy, 5 to 7 minutes, you may require less slides so that you are more in control and not so many points, certain points that you are passionate about. And also let us know what are your views, what you have done, all right? And how you are a role model yourself. And that's the part that will really captivate our hearts and our emotions. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Let's move on to the second evaluation. And we have heard from Toastmaster Malati. It's my pleasure to invite her evaluator, Toastmaster Richard. Over to you, Richard.
Thank you very much to our general evaluator, Kim Chu. And we are very much pleasured and honored to have you here in our club tonight. So moving on, thank you, ma'am. Moving on, I would be evaluating Malati. Sorry, I will be making it brief and short because I am in a workshop meeting as well. So to our Toastmaster, Malati, well, honestly, I am an avid fan of yours because you are an outstanding speaker. Well, choice of words every time you come out during your speeches. You are very confident, and I know that you have always empowering everyone, especially this club, on how are you delivering your speech, and at the end of every speeches that you delivered, you always make sure that you give part or you give take-home messages to our audience. So first and foremost, you have a well choice of words, and even the terminologies in medical field, you perfectly sounds like you are a real pro doctor. You are like a specialist in cancer. So job well done on that. And I could really not find a single words on how I appreciate on you on doing such, giving us a wonderful speech, having such a medical kind of background. So your speech was crafted with your personal stories relating to your mom, and that was really inspiring. And we all know that personal stories or story is one of the strongest topic during speeches. And you did that. You know your strength, you know your core. That is wonderful and great. And you did that. It is this very moment that I had encountered such a speaker who can relate a personal story into his research. And that is wonderful. And that is unique. That is one of the unique part of yours. Good job on that, Malati. And allow me to give my recommendation for your improvement in the future. In doing research and presentations, you may spend more time on researching and present it into your audience. Though you have personal stories, but please don't forget that the purpose of this project is to deliver a research and able to share it to your audience. Audience should be getting educated or being informed at the end of your speech. So that is the core purpose of your topic. So overall, you are a great speaker, and we are looking forward, honestly, just not only me, but the entire Klang Bilingual Toastmasters are crazy to hear your next speech on this club. Thank you very much, and back to you, General Evaluator Kim Chu.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Richard. Well, I admire your very pleasant, attractive personality, and I was admiring your charming smile. You are very motivating. Yes, from the start you finish, and you give your points sincerely, right from the heart. In this project, you're right that it is on research and presenting. Well, the way Malati did it is a personal research. It is from what she has done, what you've gone through, what she has observed. So she shares all that information with us. Perhaps she can let us know based on the books that she has read, maybe the research that she has done, maybe that part, yes, in order to enhance her credibility. But I truly admire what she has done for her mother and the journey that she is taking. It's wonderful. Well done. So well done to both evaluator and speaker. And finally, the last speech was given by Toastmaster B. Young. And it's my pleasure to invite Mr. President Juan. Over to you for the evaluation.
so much, distinguished Toastmasters team. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe you are well informed about Biyang's plan on the contest, although it's already gone last year. So, Biyang, what I love about your presentation today is I call it a presentation because you have used slide and you have presented it well. First of all, things that you did well, the first one is you have used very simple slide. Simple is great because when it's simple, it allows me to follow it thoroughly. Even if I miss something that you say, it's written it clearly in your slides. So I can follow it easily. So that's the first thing. Secondly, besides how your slides being simple for me to follow, your voice has also make it easy for me to follow. Because you have a very calm and peaceful voice. Peaceful here means you have been able to speak it in a wonderful pace, not too slow, not too fast. So when you're able to do that, it allows me to attracted by your presentation and you allows me to understand from what you're trying to present. So if I may, I would like to suggest two things that you can try in your next speech. So this is your first page. Your first page is to present your plan, your overview of your plan. Although it is a presentation of your planning, maybe try to challenge yourself to make it sound like you are sharing instead of reporting. Because when you are presenting just now, I felt like I am the manager and you are the employee you are proposing it to me by reporting. So I think what could really attracted me is share it as if it's a story that is going to happen in real life. You can try to add in a few things that you can imagine happening that day. So example, during that, this is a contest that I am organizing. And during that day, I can imagine there are 5 amazing speakers talking about their personal stories. We are learning about how they've lived their life and how we can live our lives. So these are some things that you can add on. Make it a story instead of just reporting. Second thing that I would like to recommend is, doesn't matter what speech that we are doing, it's always good to have a call to action. You may think that this is kind of difficult to have a call to action, but whatever speech that we are giving, for example, this speech, the call to action can be, today I'm presenting to you about a planning that I plan. And planning is something very important. Without plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So this is a call to action. So generally, I love your simple slides, your calm and peaceful voice. You can challenge yourself in having a call to action and share stories instead of making it like a report. With that, I'm looking forward to your next amazing speech, and I enjoyed your wonderful presentation today. Thank you. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, President Juan. I appreciate your insightful and incisive evaluation and your eye contact. If you enhance your eye contact and look at the audience, do you know your impact, the impact of your public speaking and evaluation will be so much stronger because you have this deep resonant voice and a very appealing demeanor. So you are a stage personality that people would like to look at and listen to. So these are your assets, your strengths. Thank you. Oh yes, later I will say more about your public speaking prowess later. I wish to ask you, in B. Young's speech, I'm glad you pointed out that it is meant to be a plan before execution, isn't it? When I read objectives, it is you have a plan and how are you how the speaker can put the plan to work. Is that true?
So the purpose statement here only state that it can be a plan. It didn't state that it should be before executing. So you can execute and then share how did you plan it.
I see. Because in other clubs, I realized that it's always before the project is undertaken. That's why. Thanks for your clarification. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to vote for the best evaluator. Oh, you include table topics evaluator. Wonderful. Thank you. Have you voted? Have you performed your duties? Now let's move on to the technical reports. The first is the language evaluator. It's my pleasure to invite Toastmaster Esther. Esther, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator. And now I'll be giving the report. So today, the word of today is lovely, and 2 people used it. The General Evaluator herself, she used it 3 times, and Wei Ying used it twice. In terms of improper grammatical use, I did not notice any major flaws in language. For Juan, he said, allow me to attract it to your presentation. My suggestion for this would be allow me to be attracted to your presentation. And for MJ, I have a small suggestion. When you use the phrase again and again, I believe that using this phrase will lead you to having repetition. So my suggestion would be to replace it with the word repeatedly instead. There are several phrases that I consider to be considered to be very memorable, and even until now. So MJ, he said, actions speak louder than words. Wei Ying said, warm our hearts. Tasha said, nothing can substitute experience as well as delivery of emotions. Malati said, faith and hope as my torchlight, as well as fight this till the end. Kim said, captivate our hearts and emotions. So all of us used very good language with a bit of minor grammatical errors. But other than that, it is all good from the language evaluation. All right, back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you to Madam Grammarian Esther. Yes, you said it right. From the beginning until now, I heard wonderful English, because English is not our first language, it's not our mother tongue. And yet, in spite of that, we are able to deliver our lines clearly, yes, and smoothly. So well done. And Esther, thank you for your display of good observation, excellent listening skills, because a technical evaluators are required to do 3 things. Number 1 is to listen. So active listening. Number 2, critical thinking is to collect or to find out what to report and what not to report in the time given. And number 3, public speaking, delivering the report. Thank you for that wonderful display. And moving on to the evaluator who counts our pause fillers or the counter report. It's my pleasure to invite Natalie, who's the treasurer of this club. Yes.
Thank you
Over
very
to you,
much,
Natalie.
General Evaluator. So let me share my report today. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so Michael has 1 but, 3 so, 3 and 5 And then Joanne has 2 and, 4 so, and 1 MJ has 2 because, 3 and, 1 so, 1 and then Esther only has 2 Mandy have 2 but, 3 so, 1 4 and 3 Malathi and Beyond, I did not detect any. And for Richard, you have 1 so, 2 and 2 As for the guest, Wei Ying have 1 but, 1 so, and 3 And Anna has 1 because, 1 but, 1 so, 2 And Precious have 4 As for the general evaluator, I did not detect any. And that's all for my report tonight. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Yes. Thank you to the accountant, Natalie, treasurer of this club. Another splendid display of the 3 skills: listening, active listening, critical thinking, and public speaking. Allow me to say a few words about the accountant. I've listened to all the speeches and evaluations, and I did not feel any distractions. Yes, so whenever I serve as the accountant, this is how I work. If the sounds don't distract me, I don't count it. I disregard it. I only count the sounds and the words that I feel so distracting, disruptive, and that I must let the speaker know. Yes, so speech crutches for sounds that are fine with me, I call them speech connectors. This is how I operate when I'm the accountant. All right. Thank you very much again to Natalie. And finally, the timer, the time management expert, Shasmil, over to you for the time management report.
Okay, thank you, Madam GE. The meeting started at slightly late, started at 7:33 p.m. And MJ, you a little bit exceed the time. You took 8 minutes, 12 seconds. And our table topic evaluator, Precious, you also slightly over the time, 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay. Our first speaker, Mandy, you are way over the time. You took 15 minutes, 2 seconds. I hope you, in your future speech, you can plan your time well. Our evaluator Wei Ying, you slightly over the time. You took 3 minutes, 40 seconds. And last but not least, Joanne, you took 3 minutes, 41 seconds. You also over the time. So thank you everyone for your cooperation and participation throughout this meeting. Over to you, GE.
Thank you very much to Timer, Mr. Timer Shasmil, the Mr. Rolex of the meeting. It is tough because I have done the timer's job. You see, it's very difficult to enjoy the presentations and the speeches and to keep tab on the time. So thanks very much to your dedication to duty. Fine. Now it's my turn to say a few words about this wonderful candlelight meeting. I wish to commend and compliment the other speakers and presenters, starting with the Sergeant at Arms, Michael. Wonderful start. You have very dignified presence, and you delivered all your points clearly and confidently. That means you delivered your lines with clarity and dignity. And of course, I like the little game, the icebreaker game that you play. And it was very well executed, I must say. Well done. And of course, I enjoy it because I was involved. So whenever you participate in something, you say, wow, it's wonderful. So thanks to Mr. President for getting me involved so that I have good words for Sergeant at Arms Michael. Well done, Michael. Yours was the first speech. As Sergeant at Arms, you always deliver the first speech. Therefore, make sure you deliver with impact. Well done again. Next, Mr. President Duane. I wish to describe you with the triple A's or the AAA. A for affable, likable, lovable, affable. A for amazing, and A for amusing. Only today I realized how witty you are. I enjoy your wit and humor. And of course, your speech is based on the theme candlelight and roses. And when you talk about bedroom eyes, you know what? I pin myself up and say now, after listening and meeting the president, do I have bedroom eyes? Because of him. I haven't heard that phrase, bedroom eyes, for such a long time. Thank you. Thank you for what you call that? Triggering my memory of that. Wonderful, wonderful president's speech delivered in a very professional way. Your eye contact again. If there's a way for you to read your notes by looking at your audience. Do you know I'm reading my notes now? I can't possibly remember everything. I can't do auto download everything. Yet I'm reading my notes, but I'm looking at you. Do you feel that I'm looking at you? Yes. So there is a skill that we can acquire because this is an alternate platform. Yes, this is not the stage. Therefore, we have to adapt to this platform. Yes, you will get, because I told you, you have this very strong, attractive personality, good voice. So you are one, you have magnetism, right? Thank you for your speech and bedroom eyes. Moving on to the Toastmaster of the meeting, or what you call TME, Mr. Toastmaster MJ. So wonderful to see you today. After all the messages we had been through, yes, maybe for the last 1-2 weeks. And well, you did the share screen at the beginning, which affected your eye contact. Usually when you share screen, you'll be looking at the screen. So if you wish to share screen, find a way how you're able to, what you call, look at the audience. It is part of our practice as speakers, because I found it very difficult too when I migrated to this virtual platform. So I myself needed a lot of help. Yes, I wish to commend you. I say wonderful. It's wonderful the way you put this meeting together. It means you navigated this meeting smoothly and seamlessly. You're able to move from one part to another, which means smooth transition. Yes, and wonderful show. Thank you very much. Well done to TME MJ. Now, the Toastmaster, the Table Topics Master. So back to President Duane. Of course, his AAA comes into play here, which is a great help. I like all his topics because they're all based on love and romance. And as I listened to the speeches, I was thinking, is the TME actually running a survey, listen to all the feedback, make a collection, and then, wow, maybe he writes a book on it. Well, I enjoyed that, and I'm so glad that all the speakers were so gung-ho, right? There were times, I like the first part, the glitch when MJ was lost in outer space and you waited. And then you talk to us and say, what about, do you have other like your own ideas or what you call maybe your own SOPs or something you said, right? So you are like, try not to try to make this platform active and not in silence. When you wait, this is the thing about being an MC, because I was always told this, never leave the stage in silence for 3 seconds. That means 1, 2, 3. I must say something. You get me? If not, my master will say, what's wrong with you? So you have to count. Therefore, to be very smooth, you count 1, 2. If no takers, you pick your people immediately. You understand? So then you are talking as an MC. You keep talking, you keep the atmosphere alive, you keep the energy high all the time. Yes, never let the energy drop. We practice it here. Then we can perform our best outside this club. Thank you very much for your wonderful topics and presentation. And that I believe Miss Precious mentioned about slides. Well, my view is this. When we stand on the stage, hardly we don't say slides, right? It's because of this virtual platform, we have all these features. So we have a tendency to use the features. But be mindful of our objectives. This is a public speaking. We are using an office platform for public speaking. So make sure it is for public speaking. Joanne, I could hear all your topics very well. That means you have done well. You get me? One way to test is if I listen and I understand, you are great. You have achieved your good standard, high standard in public speaking. On the other hand, if I were the listener, the speaker, I listen. So I train my listening skills by listening to you. So when I listen and I can capture the meaning of your topic, that shows I have improved my listening skills. So 2 parties benefit from this session. So well done to the table topics masters, table topics master, and all the speakers. Yes, 5 stars for you all. And finally, table topics evaluator. Wonderful, this Miss Precious. Wow, she has given a most precious evaluation. She's a speaker with powerful showmanship. That's what I call showmanship. You get me? Excellent use of vocal variety and splendid use of body language. So she's able to attract the audience, captivate the audience with her showmanship. Public speaking is a performing art. Public speaking is a stage performance. It's a performance. So we must enhance our showmanship, which means our vocal variety and our body language. So thank you very much to Toastmaster Precious for giving us a lovely display and demonstration of the wonderful or brilliant showmanship in public speaking. I also admire all her recommendations for the speakers. And like table topics evaluator, for just like evaluator weighing, Toastmaster Precious also demonstrate her feedback, comments, and recommendations, which is wonderful. When you don't only mention it or vocalize it, but you also what you call that? You give a live demo so that we know, wow, yes, that's how it's done. And we can also make our conclusion to say, yeah, whether it's effective or not. So if it's effective, you say, yes, I will try that out. Thank you very much. So ladies and gentlemen, well done. Thank you for having me at this candlelight meeting. And it's so wonderful to have celebrated Valentine's Day. Chap Gong may end this candlelight meeting at this meeting. It is memorable, and under the leadership of President Juan, I am confident, yes, that you will rise to great heights of success. Well done. And it's my pleasure to hand you over to Mr. Toastmaster MJ. Is it MJ? I hand the audience over to.
I will take over. Thank you so much.
Of the President. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President.
Thank you so much for all those compliments. Just now I typed it into chat. I really felt that my market value has grown so much really. So really, if you want to buy low and sell high in the future, campaign it to me, okay? DM me, I give you my bank account. So ladies and gentlemen, today's meeting is, I think it's a very memorable and a fun one. I think this because I noticed a lot of smiles going on throughout the meeting. Within the speakers, within the table topics, within the evaluations as well. And we also have a very cheerful, gung-ho, and creative general evaluator. Kim has been praising me so much, so no matter what, I have to give it the back. So ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy today's meeting, can you give me a reaction, give me a heart reaction? Because of the Valentine's Day that we are celebrating today. Wow, now I feel more loved. So with that, I would like to thank you once again. Without you, this meeting wouldn't be so fun today. Even if you did not speak, your smiles means a lot. So I would like to open to the floor. Is anyone out there who would like to share their feelings today? How do you feel about today's meeting? Anyone? MJ, how about you?
Oh, okay. Thank you for nominating me to do the sharing. Of course, I feel very happy lah. As everyone else together, everyone is smiling because of the session, because of the atmosphere, the environment, and also because Natalie has joined us back after a few months. Yeah, this young girl did not join meeting for quite some long time already. So welcome back, and also besides that, would like to praise our president as well. I give you recognition because you would not give recognition to yourself, right? For having multiple roles tonight, as I believe that Milton did not show up, so you have to fit in to be the Zoom master as well as the speech evaluator and also the table topic master lah. So now I believe that your value have go up by 500 already lah. You can sell. Back to you.
Much MJ. So we'd like to have one more. How about Anna? Are you there?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I sorry, I didn't on my camera because I was in another Zoom meeting, but I heard everything. I just want to say that it's a very refreshing meeting. I came in with no expectations, so I really enjoyed it, especially with all the evaluations. It's very solid. Uh, Also with DTM Kim Chow, very with her enthusiasm, it definitely it's like the, how do I say, a very good finale for the entire meeting. I think overall I quite enjoyed it. It's a very nice intimate session in a way lah. I like this that we get so many good speakers at the same time with very interesting people. Oh, I just want to say about the SDG, that speech, I thought that was very interesting because I think even for companies, they are also looking at SDG stuff because of the ESG related material. So kudos to Wing for bringing that up. I actually really enjoyed that entire speech. So back to you.
Thank you so much, Anna. The credit goes to the speaker, Mandy, as well. Thank you, Mandy, for sharing with us SDG. That's the, okay, maybe my second time hearing it. The first time I didn't pay attention at all. So, with that, I just noticed the time. I'd like to stress again, in the chat, you see a Mentimeter link, 3 Mentimeter link. So this is a new initiative that I would like to introduce. Maybe in the future, we could put that for even our audience, we can give feedback. Even if it's not suggestion for improvement, a compliment will also be good for the speakers. And I'll share this to the speakers after you send. So with that, our contest is coming on 16th of March. International Speech Contest and Table Topic Contest. So if you are going to be prepared, feel free to participate more in table topics. Dare to start your speech if you haven't, your international speech, and just experience more. You can even go to other clubs and give speeches. So practice more and eventually looking forward to very amazing contestants in 16th of March. With that, look at the time. I'm going to pass the control over to TME, MJ, for the awards presentation. Over to you, MJ.
Thank you, Jen, for passing back to me. First, let me share my screen. Okay, let's go into slideshow. First, I would like to congratulate Mandy for completing her level 1 project. All of the project in level 1 completing her level 1. So let's congratulate Mandy. Do we need to take a picture for Mandy?
Yeah, it'll be wonderful.
Okay. Can anyone?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I will help to take picture. All right, so Mandy, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Mandy, for completing your level 1 in such a short time. For I have not yet complete mine. I will soon, hopefully, complete mine in next meeting. Next, I would like to congratulate Melati as well. I think we joined around the same time, but you complete faster lah because I was lagging. So sorry. Okay, congratulate Melati. Let's take a picture for Melati as well.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Okay, next, let's move on to our most favorable table topic speaker, Anna. Okay. Now,
Tak kejut I. Oh, no. All right.
congratulations. Okay, let's just take a
Right.
picture.
All right, I will take photo. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Okay, thank you. Next, let's move on to.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, welcome. Next will be our most reliable prepared speech speaker, Melati. One more time, congratulations to Melati. Let's just take one more picture of you.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Okay, next, let's move on to our best evaluator, which is none other than Precious. Let's take a picture for Precious. Your camera and something for yes, good.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, Precious has a lovely smile. Okay, I have one. Please count me. I use the word of the day one time today at least. Okay, next best role player is none other than Michael.
All right.
Congratulations to Michael. Okay, let's take a picture.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Okay, last but not least, presenting our appreciation to our GE, Kim Cho.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, 3.
Thanks for joining our club.
3, 2, 1. All right.
Okay.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it tremendously.
Thank you everyone for joining our meeting tonight. And I should call it a day. This is the end of our meeting. Thank you everyone for joining. Now we can have chit chat for everyone who like to stay a little bit longer, or you may proceed to do whatever you want to do for the rest of the night. Thank you everyone.
Everyone.
For us, MJ, I say we want to do whatever we want, but what plans do you have for us? Where's the candlelight and the roses and the bedroom eyes? You should pass the bucket to the president.
Okay, President Jen.
It's
Okay,
over. I don't have plans for you. We can chat with whoever would like to chat. We can also organize a hangout to Philippines. Just kidding.
We are very apt indeed, right? Bring Manila here to Klang Bilingual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Precious
Yes,
menu.
and Toastmaster Precious is really a great pleasure and privilege to meet you here. And this Richard, I heard during the break that Richard is also from the Philippines.
Yeah,
and I like to know how you ended up in Klang Bilingual.
Wow.
What's the history?
I'm currently working in Malaysia in shipping and logistics.
Oh.
Yeah. So right
so
now,
that you found the club, or the club found you?
Oh, I found club. I found Klang Bilingual, and I fall in love with Klang Bilingual
All
Toastmasters.
right, how wonderful. Yes, of course, with a president like President Yuan, with his magnetic personality, how not to be attracted to this club? So now his value has even gone up further.
He's a psychologist, so he knows how to psycho people.
Oh, all right.
How to take people's hearts. So that's one of his skill.
Okay, I will learn from him, because I also have to attract
people.
Yes, members to my club. All right. Yes. All right. One day I shall have candlelight dinner with the president.
By the way, Mom, I just finished. Fellow Toastmaster, I just finished with the workshop on this coming Friday, entitled "Do It Right." So for those who wanted to work in a district as officers or part of any team, so this is the best workshop for you to attend. So I think they will be sharing it online. So I will be Toastmaster of the day on Saturday. So I would like to invite some of you here to attend that very wonderful topic.
Hey.
So if you are interested to, because if you want to be distinguished Toastmaster, one of the criteria is to be part of the district officers. So this is a very good point for you to learn how to be part of it. Yeah.
So even if you're not interested,
I'm not
just
making
go.
sense anyway.
No, yes, you are making sense.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or may I say something
Thank
to
you. Yeah.
Toastmaster?
Please go ahead.
Toastmaster Wei Ying. Are you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, I'm so sorry. You wrote to me in private and I didn't know my private message was still to the president. So I replied him. I just realized it.
I just like sent you like 5 minutes ago, not long ago.
I replied, but you went to, luckily I double checked. It's a pleasure for me to visit. Yes, just let me know your dates and if I'm available, I would be honored to visit. Thank you.
I'm glad to hear that. So I contact you via WhatsApp later on.
Yes, sure. Yes,
you.
thank you very much. And well, I wish to take my leave now. Thanks again. So, well, Klang Bilingual, well done. And may you have more candlelight meetings. Yes. Okay, there's another message. So good night to everybody. Bye-bye. Let me look at the gallery and see how many are still left here. Oh, the Miss Philippines is still here. Yes, it's so lovely to, to meet new faces and good speakers. It's
By the
always
way,
a joy.
Sorry to interrupt. By the way, Precious is also the district champion, right?
Oh,
not
district
the division.
champ.
No, not yet. I'll be competing in the district level.
All the best to you. Yes.
Thank you.
Please win for our sake. When is the date of the competition?
I think it will be on April 29.
Oh, there's a long way to go.
Yeah.
But a lot of adequate time for you to practice. Mr. President, please make sure that you cheer her on, all right?
Yes. Send me the details, please.
If you want your value to continuously go up, all right? Thanks again.
I will be.
Good night. Yeah, good night. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Hi, thank you.
Have a good night. Hi, Young. Hi, Shi. Oh, Young still here.
Hi. And Jen, the G you invite very funny. Like very dramatic queen like that. The way
Very
energetic she is.
Really. I attended once when she was CE in Top Love.
She's from Malay club, so actually her command of English is quite good. She uses a lot of descriptive words as well. So yeah.
Oh, she is from Malay club, Malay Toastmaster club.
Club Pidato, I think is from Malay club, right, Jen? I never attended their club before, yeah.
Yeah, it's Malay, but I don't think that's her first club. I don't think that's her first club. She goes there. I think Pidato is chartered not really early, just a few. I think last year or 2020 only.
No lah, very long ago already. I saw her like many years back. I also cannot remember.
Oh, yes, really?
Also from Pidato.
Club officer training or what? I can't remember. I bumped into her before during physical time.
By the way, guys, I was wondering, will you guys actually talk or speak in Chinese. Like I told MJ, I really wonder how bilingual club actually conduct their meeting like in English, then change to Chinese again, then interpreting or what. Then he told me actually mainly in English, but some people actually do speak Mandarin for table topic. Is that true?
Yeah, unfortunately, member here don't know why they're very shy of speaking Chinese, although most of us are Chinese and we do speak Chinese on a daily basis. But when it's in the Toastmaster meeting, even though there's one time when I was table topic master and I purposely prepare Chinese question for them to choose, they refuse to choose the Chinese one. I don't know why.
Maybe Malaysian not really proper, and then later the grammarian will get a chance to actually catch our grammar for Chinese questions.
Maybe because, don't know, they join Toastmaster, so their English improve a lot, but in terms of Chinese, maybe they not so confident in terms of the topic. You want to try? We can give.
But then I was thinking, our evaluator today may not be understanding Chinese today, so I better not.
Yeah, so
Won't be
luckily,
understanding it.
luckily, we only have English question.
Really, I give you Chinese Mandarin table topic then we open evaluation as whoever can suggest anything.
I evaluator today's.
Yeah, you got 4 one cannot understand.
Actually, Precious can actually evaluate my gesture, eye contact, and other things lah.
Yeah, okay, I give you one.
Serious no lah.
And take turn.
It's calling me. My cat is calling me to play. Oh, Ginger.
Yeah, no the one really
Oh.
Right. 2 minutes only.
Okay okay
I did Chinese for formal Chinese for quite some time already. But
Okay, are you ready?
It's okay.
来，准备好了。
好，你的题目是，你送过最好的礼物是什么礼物？你送过最好的礼物是什么礼物？喂。
在我短短28年的人生中，我相信我送过最值得纪念或者是最好的礼物，可以说是什么都没有。我相信大家都会认为这个答案是有一些惊喜或者是奇怪，但在我认为这个什么都没有的礼物中，其实对收礼物的那位人士会是一个很大的意义。收礼物的那个人其实是我的男朋友，我们交往了接近10年。那这送礼物的时间是在去年他的生日的时候。那为什么我会认为说这是一个最值得纪念的礼物？那是因为那阵子他正经历着事业的低潮，他刚刚失业，因为新冠病毒的来袭，他经历了失业而面临失业的低潮。那年的生日我们过得很不开心，因为他认为他并没有能够为我带来任何的惊喜或者是特别的安排。那我给他最好的礼物，虽然那阵子我也在经济上也有面临一些问题，但我给他最好的礼物是什么都没有，但是体谅和理解。那虽然看起来，我相信不情理义这种虽然是没有什么实体的礼物性的存在，但他和我都能真正感受到这份礼物的心意跟价值。直到现在，我们都认为这份礼物是很值得纪念的。什么礼物是我送过最好的礼物？什么是我送过最好的礼物？那就是心意。So back to you, back to you, back to you 叫什么？回到你吗？
回给你。没有讲过，不懂。
No idea.
I try my best not to use any English or Malay campur-campur.
Very good. I think very 标准。
Any feedback?
Yeah.
I feel Mandarin is a lot easier since this is my mother tongue.
Ah.
Yeah, true. It's all is our mother tongue, I think. But
Right. But
I think one feedback is you are really mindful about not to jumble it. I think you have completely able to make it very smooth without mixing any English. I think mixing English words is very common as Malaysian. Yes, really. As I think Malaysian considered low a bit compared to Singapore. So so I think what you did well is you have make it fully Mandarin, only one so. Yes, you did one so. And what I also think you can improve is also when you speak at the front, your hand gestures wasn't there until the middle. You only started to come up with your hand gestures. Yeah. Besides, what can improve? What you did really amazing is I am amazed by the song 你有什么东西 and that is a very nice twist. So I think you can include that. I think that one is a skill to write, to say something people unexpected, and then it will really catch your attention.
Actually,
do that more.
I really couldn't think of anything, so I just simply laughed.
I think you did, so you can turn it back until wow, so wonderfully. So do more surprises. It's a skill.
I never thought of using this skills, but to be honest, I really couldn't thought of any points. But this is one of the experience, or really the real story, but that we really actually experienced. I just twist a little bit too.
which means your impromptu speaking is very good lah.
Actually, for Mandarin only, I think. Because now I tried. The purpose of me joining Toastmaster is because I feel I couldn't really speak impromptu nicely. For prepared speech, I think with practice can lah, but impromptu I really cannot. So every time I go my regular meeting, or if I ever able to join clubbing, I will try to take one to practice. Mentor really good lah. She actually taught me. Janice.
Janice is a mentor.
She's really nice.
I thought Janice come in just now.
Yeah, she came in. She helped me to actually listen to the speech and maybe give me some points, because this is my first time joining as evaluator in other clubs. Actually, my second time in my lifetime.
She also said that. Wow. Nice to see you. See Janice here. I thought I saw her here quite a few times, but she says she's the first time here.
I can't remember. Did she mention to me? No, I don't think so. Not too sure lah. Not too sure about that. So guys, thank you for having me today. I really enjoy your meeting, and thanks for letting me try a Mandarin topic anyway. So see you guys again soon. Thank you, MJ, for
Okay, bye. Yeah, see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, one thing before Natalie goes, just now, if I'm not mistaken, I think GE did comment on how you capture the R counter thingy lah, that she says she only captured those that she feels is disturbing lah. But actually that's what I do. I used to do that lah. So, but I got commented by our May Eng. May Eng is our director or what? Say that I'm too lenient. So actually what I'm trying to say is there's no right or wrong lah. Just whichever method suits you, just continue doing what you do lah.
Yeah.
Because different people got different expectation of way of doing things lah. Yeah.
This one apply to all GE, not only these two. All GE also like that. They got many different suggestions. Sometimes we got confused. So we leave it to our own judgment which one better, which one make more sense to us, then we can do which one. Okay, Natalie, when be TME or
For
evaluator?
organizing my life. I need to
Where I heard this one?
No lah.
Yeah.
I will try.
Next
Maybe
meeting. Next meeting.
next meeting.
Evaluator, TM or TME, if you choose.
I cannot evaluate the.
Why
Then
you not
TME
bad,
lor.
mah? You evaluate MJ lah, MJ.
Prepare speech evaluator lah.
Can
lah. I so know.
I only did like once.
Good enough lah. You don't do the second time where got how to do it. Did like twice. You have forever say I already did like once.
Yeah, for me very easy one. A lot of things to improve one. I can give you some points already because this is something that I will not improve on. Not so soon. It's like vocal variety though, I think, because I tone a bit down, not so hyped up, and expression, maybe some hand gesture. I seldom do hand gesture. So this is the point that you can comment on me.
Is it purposely?
I normally won't do that also, not used to it, not my style. But I try lah. I try lah. I don't know, this is not my style, difficult.
Now can change one, my style also. But last time my style is don't speak at all. Better no speak.
I did speak lah, but until now, since joining Toastmasters, I still believe that everyone have their own style lah. So for me lah, I just find a style that is suitable for me, that I just continue doing what I do or improve on things that I think I can improve on. Because every time when I heard people giving evaluation, right, they try to make everyone into same type of people, same type of style, which is you can give more expression, more emotional, more dramatic. Yeah, the word is dramatic. Everyone keep on emphasizing the same thing. So I expecting that everyone after joining Toastmaster come out must be dramatic. That only means that you join Toastmaster. But I don't think this is right, because there's not just one way of doing things.
Actually, these are like success formula that we can follow. Reason why dramatic is important because we want other people to be interested in what we are saying. So dramatic is one of the ways, one of the skill that we can use to attract people's attention. If it's not dramatic, either the facts that you're presenting is so interesting. Like, do you know cockroach only can live for 2 days? One same cockroach can live 2 days only. So like, this one I simply blow one up, but unless your facts is so interesting that you attract people's attention. Otherwise, no matter what kind of content you have, if you present it in a way that attracts people, dramatic is one skill that we can learn. So not to make everyone have the same style, instead like let everyone have this skill, that not everyone can be the mathematician, but everyone know how to count. Something like that. So it's more like things that works for us, but may not be our best one. But we cannot have zero idea. Totally cannot count, don't know how to count money, also don't know how to count. We can be not so good, but we must have a little bit. That is the analogy of those kind of normal suggestion. That's what people. So evaluating makes easy because it's like a checklist. Like the checklist be, you got to do this one, you got to do this one, you got to do this one. Actually, a lot of speakers already do very, very well already. So Toastmaster culture is to, despite how good you are, you will, one checklist didn't mark. So you can just say that one checklist for them to be. So reason why there's always improvement because nobody can check all the checklists. Or maybe not in one speech. This speech I can do, next speech I cannot do. So that's why. See, I just gave the speech. Any clap?
I'm like listening to my lecturer.
Because he's a lecturer.
Yeah.
So just now when you're interested in talking to me, I have used a little bit of the different tone, then use a little bit of gestures, use a little bit of expression. So all this description also, analogy also, all these are skills that I learned not only in Toastmaster when I am teaching as well. Last time I don't know all these things when I just say only last time I remember my first presentation, I'm shaking one. My first presentation in uni, I stand in front, I hold my paper, read script, I also shake. Like that. So until the lecturer says stop, you breathe first, you don't do anything first. Like that, you know. Yeah, so eventually we learn from different. So what's your next skill to improve? MG, what's your next skill to improve?
That's a good question. Let me think about it. I'll let you know.
He's still organizing his life. He's about it.
Natalie, you very nice excuse to use, huh?
Yeah.
The one who told me still organizing her life has joined another club.
Oh. Okay.
Cool.
Then Evelyn.
Sounds so familiar.
So I got asked her what's the reason that she joined. So to be more open in what can we improve things. So I noticed I don't think it's what we don't do well enough. It's just our focus is not what she focuses on. That's what she said. I need to follow up more on what does she really mean about that. Just different needs. I agree about the different needs for different clubs. So some clubs focus more on networking. Some clubs focus more on public speaking. Some clubs, let's see what future clubs can be. Focus more on sports. I want to charter a club of sports.
I joined Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club because it's close to my house.
Yeah, that's our need.
Yeah.
So now with online, it's really difficult.
Are we going back? All right.
Not so soon.
Don't think so.
I will survey more and ask more people, see whether they are comfortable. Then the one later we organize and nobody come back.
Yeah, we were supposed to go back to campus, but then the COVID case now so high, right? And everybody didn't go back already.
It's good excuse. We don't go to campus, we still go and eat.
Yeah, true.
So they consider that as excuse. Sometimes it's not something. Oh, saying go out and eat, right? This Saturday we have our EXCO meeting. Natalie can.
This Saturday I'm working.
What time?
Time
3.
I think 3:30 to 11:30.
We eat at 11 can. Eat at 11. 11 a.m.
Oh, I thought you say 11 p.m.
Yeah. Can if we organize it at 11, set the alarm.
Set the alarm?
Then if you need to go, you can leave 12 1. 12 or 1, still got time to reach until 3 or 2 hours. Huh?
The alarm is far from my house.
But many people shut up, set the alarm then. Wait, what's the restaurant name again? I find again. No. Hester and Mota. Really post here in the restaurant.
So?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hester and Mota. The restaurant really hosts it.
Satya City Mall lah.
No, outside of Satya City Mall.
Oh, there. Ada pasar malam ah?
Yeah, near Pasar Malam. Morning no Pasar Malam.
That's far.
You can carpool. MJ, you and MK stay nearby, ma. Carpool ah. Yeah, lor. Why you don't want to come together?
Okay, I think I can try.
I just get that I need to leave early. So I'm working. Let me see what time I'm
We will finish early. I think definitely will finish before 1 o'clock. If we all reach on time, not like then the time
I'm working at 4:30.
you're working at 4:30.
But I need to leave the house at 3:30 because the parking there is really hard to find.
Can we finish before 1.
This Saturday? Saturday. Okay. Can confirm is at that restaurant.
You want to suggest anyone? Huh?
No.
No, okay, never. This is funny. This one, the food is nice one. Promise. Really Jose.
I've heard before. Let me have a check. What restaurant?
So Natalie coming, MJ coming.
Always pressure people.
Yeah,
No pressure, huh?
I didn't even say yes.
Really? Cannot, man.
Can lah, but it's so far.
Can, but this one's far is not nothing to concern about because MJ can come. So MJ will pick you up also.
Yeah, you got driver. I won't charge also. I think I went once before. Okay, I see. But I've forgotten the food Jose or not lah.
Really nice one.
But since you say Jose, we give it a try lah. If not good, then on Jen lah.
Wow, cannot lah. Then you sure say no good one.
If it's not good, then Jen has to pay it.
No, we're very honest one.
But where MJ stays though? Where do you stay?
Huh?
Where do MJ stay?
The Taman Chilang roundabout.
Oh, there.
Yeah, there's somewhere there. The part there is always have store near the jungle side.
Oh, there.
Yeah, got the chendol, got roja, the store there.
That's near my
That's
house.
MJ house lah. Then you can just.
Or maybe you send me your location lah. I go fetch you lah. Easier. You don't need to come to my house. Then only we leave also.
My house is very near to your house.
Then you can send me location lor. I go pick you up lor. Then Milton, where's Milton?
Sekali.
Tell
Come to
him to send me his location also lah. If you want to carpool lah.
Newton is at Telok Punggol.
Ask Milton come to your house. He ride motor.
He ride motor one meh?
For convenience, he ride motor one. That time we go. That time we go where he ride motor. For easier.
We only went to the Japanese restaurant or Kelly house.
Dim sum. He ride motor, I think.
I'm not sure. I've forgotten. I remember we ate lah, but I don't know what car, what vehicles he
王者。
I go play your 王者 while I go have my dinner. So this Saturday, 11, is it?
11 reach.
11 reach.
Oh,
Then how to finish at before 1?
and no problem.
11 reach to 10:30 leave also can reach.
Let me plan.
Okay,
I think okay.
And
And then
tadi
you
okay. Okay. Yeah, MJ drive.
Yay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. I go have my dinner. I'm so hungry now. Starving already.
Okay. We recorded the whole session.
Oh. Can cut one or not? Can edit one, right? Cannot edit, eh? You go edit lah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.